I was sitting in prayer when God called me to pull out this book, and the first page that I landed on was an entry that I wrote from April 24th of 2021. This is my gratitude and manifestation journal, and I want to share with you what this entry says. I'm so grateful for the space that I've manifested. My dream apartment is the perfect place to film my YouTube videos. My living room has the perfect lighting from the windows to the film station. The vibe in here is absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful for my new camera to film with, the lighting lamps that is currently sitting in front of me. I have so much space to film for YouTube. All of my videos are perfect. Everything I have has helped giving me thousands of views and 100K subscribers. I'm so grateful to be making 4 figures a month from YouTube. Grateful for all of my sponsors, partnerships that I get paid for. My YouTube channel is so successful, and I'm so grateful that I made this happen. Thank you. When I wrote this entry, I was quite literally in a state of my life where I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but I felt called to write in this journal, to create it. And I am currently just a few thousand subscribers away from hitting 100K. I am living in the dream apartment that I manifested from this book. I'm quite literally living my dream life. I want to talk about how to embody the richest version of yourself. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and I want to share this space and this energy with you because I got here through God. And I'm just so grateful to be here in this moment with you. And I want to talk about what true embodiment is. This isn't about fake it till you make it. This is truly about energy shifting, because manifesting is quite literally easy. You just have to tap into it, tap into embodiment, and become that version of you that has what it is you desire, because it already exists. That version of you with what you want is already here. You just have to tap into her. I want to ask you, what is $1 million you doing right now? What is that dream version of you that has the item, the dream relationship, the lifestyle that you desire? What is that version of you doing right here and now in this moment? You see, $1 Million Karina is still writing in this book, still showing gratitude, still praying to God, and just being grateful, having this faithful state of being and giving back as much as I can. This embodiment has never left me. And back in 2021, when I wrote this entry, even though I didn't know how I was going to get to this position, I still took the time to do the efforts of the version of myself that has 100,000 subscribers, that has the confidence to sit here and speak to you. Because riches truly start in your mind. And I just want to share my journey. Becoming the most authentic version of me gifted me my purpose and allowed me to get closer to $1 Million Me, because I was simply getting closer to God, getting closer to who I authentically am as a soul, as a being on this planet. In order to tap into the richest version of yourself, you have to convince your subconscious mind, change your behaviors and your values. It's as simple as that. You see, this piece of paper is what society deems as rich, because we choose to put our value in this piece of paper. When in reality, there's no difference between this paper and this paper. Simply the value we place in it. This piece of paper doesn't make me rich. What made me rich is my mind, my ability to think, my health, my skill set, and how well I can control my emotions. If you follow these steps, you will naturally attract money. Because what you're doing is you're embodying the richest version of yourself, which changes your frequency and will allow you to attract riches. And I'm not just talking about this piece of paper. You will begin to attract new thoughts, new opportunities, new people, new energy. This piece of paper is energy. It's as simple as that. And if you want to attract your dream life, you have to align with the frequency of that life. Number one, if you want to embody the richest version of yourself, you have to stop acting broke. And what I mean is you need to stop talking broke. You need to stop talking like, oh, I can't have this because I'm broke. I'm broke this. I'm too broke for this. I'm poor. Stop talking to yourself like that. Rich people won't dare to speak broke, to speak poorly about themselves, because being poor is a mindset. Another form of broke behavior is blowing the money you get as soon as you get it. What are you going out and emotionally spending your money for? You make $200, your emotions get out of control and you want to go to Target and go on a shopping spree. The richest version of you is grounded at all times, has control over their emotions, and is not over here making emotional decisions, especially with their money. They're grounded in their decisions with people, how they communicate, any kind of decision making. Not only do you need to stop talking poorly, you need to stop behaving broke. And I don't mean stop tracking your monthly expenses versus your income. It could be as simple things as if you're someone that forces yourself to finish your plate of food, even though you're full, even though you literally don't want to eat anymore. You're so stuffed and uncomfortable, but you make yourself finish the food because you don't want to waste it, because it costs money. That's broke behavior. That's something that I used to do and I no longer do, because I don't have to force myself to do anything. I paid for the food to enjoy it. It nourished my body. I do not have to have that energy towards that because it costs money. And I don't know about you, but I grew up with my parents telling me, finish your food, like that food costs money. You don't need to be wasting food in this house. I've adopted that personality naturally because I grew up with that lifestyle. After doing some inner work and healing my own money issues, I realized that's poor behavior. You're almost limiting your cap limit of money. I'll never forget there was a time a couple years ago when I was driving and I wanted to test my manifestation ability. Specifically, I wanted to manifest money. And I was driving and listening to a YouTube video. I can't remember her name, but she's a beautiful young girl. And she was just sharing her own advice and inner work tips she's done to heal her relationship with money. And on that drive, I started to reflect on my own habits with money and the things that I do that's keeping me in this state of being broke, this energy, because everything is energy, right? And as I was reflecting, I remember that a few days prior, my friends wanted to go out. And I remember looking at my bank account and I realized in that moment that every time my friends texted me to go out, I would always check my bank account. And I would always have this energy of scarcity while I was doing that. And I would feel shame and feel guilt. And it was something that I never consciously was aware of. It was just something I automatically did anytime my friends would reach out to me. And in that moment during that drive, I decided, I am done behaving like this. I should not be doing anything that is keeping me in broke energy. The very next day, I felt called to pray in a state of gratitude. And after my prayer, I'll never forget, I checked my phone to a bank deposit of $1,000. I knew for a fact after that, it's like God was waiting for me to take the box off of my head, the cap limit on my success. And that's when I started to realize, okay, this is how this game works. Moral of the story, start to analyze how you are when it comes to money. It could be little things like the way you handle money, how you feel when you get money, what you spend your money on, even the things you're investing your time in, and see how your actions or your thoughts are keeping you in this lax state or keeping you in this energy of like your cap limit. Not only that, even the places you shop at, I purposefully will not shop. And this might sound bougie, and I'm sorry, but I truly don't I hope I don't come across this way. I can't shop in certain grocery stores like Walmart. I don't know about you, but when I walk into those places, I feel this energy of lack, of negativity. And I feel like it's because a lot of the same people that are in that frequency shop at these places. Now, I'm not telling you to stop going to these places because you got to get it how you live. And in no way am I making fun of anybody that shops at places like this. But I noticed that when I decided to stop shopping at certain places and choose other places, my energy shifted. And that's what I did. I stopped shopping at Walmart. I stopped shopping at grocery outlet. And I started shopping at Trader Joe's. I started shopping at my local farmer's market. Things are not expensive like you might think. The problem is that we don't actually take the time to go look. We just automatically jump to conclusions and assume. You know what I mean? And that's another way of holding ourselves back. And we don't realize it's self-sabotage. We don't even give ourselves the opportunity to find out. The point is to stop creating or affiliating with people, places, or things that are keeping you at a low frequency, keeping you in a state of being that has nothing to do with the richest version of yourself. Number 2 is I want you to start prioritizing your energy, your frequency, your state of being. You need to be participating only in things that are benefiting you whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Stop participating in conversations that are leaving you broke, leaving you tired, exhausted, got you feeling like you poured your energy out and you feel drained. Stop binge eating junk food. We're not even supposed to be eating that 9 times out of 10. Like, we see a lot of binging, Wingstop, binging, like so much food, unhealthy behavior is being promoted. All types of propaganda, fat girl behavior is being promoted heavily. When you eat like that, it doesn't feel good. I don't know about you, but my body literally hates me when I behave in this manner. How I feel afterwards is a very low vibrational energy. It just does not feel good, so I choose not to do that. $1 Million Me is not sitting here doing a mukbang of Wingstop and In-N-Out at the same time. $1 Million Me is over here drinking green pressed juice with organic ginger with roots in it. You know what I'm saying? Like freshly pressed at home. Maybe you can't afford to go and make your own pressed juice at home yet, but it's all about making the choices on what to do with your energy, the energy you have right now. You get to choose what you put in your body. You get to choose what you watch on TV, what you scroll and watch on your phone. All that Zeus network, baddies is literally just distractions. We're in a world of distractions. Another thing is dragging out problems and being so emotional about things that happen. It does not serve you. It's literally broke behavior. Stop focusing on the problems and just focus on the solutions. It feels so much better. When you're in a situation of maybe drama or trying to handle something in your family or within your relationship or whatever, and you start to feel anger, you start to feel upset, your emotions literally tell you what you should be focusing on. If you start to feel anger, depression, sadness over a subject or over a situation, that is literally guidance to tell you to focus on something else. Because whatever it is you're trying to sit here and argue to prove a point, it's not doing you anything. Because the more you're just sitting here in this energy of like deciding to argue with somebody because you feel like you want to be seen and heard, everybody does. That's why people keep arguing, keep running their mouth, because they want to be heard so bad. But it does nothing for you. Just walk away. Just walk away from the situation and choose yourself, because you're prioritizing your frequency by doing this. You should never be matching someone's energy and lowering yourself, your vibration, to prove a point, to throw hands with somebody. For what? It makes no sense. All that work you're doing on yourself to then throw it out the window. Nobody is worth the price of your energy. The biggest thing here is to pour love into yourself and participate in routines that are prioritizing your frequency, whether that's self-care, things like skincare. Literally, the way you put lotion on your body is a form of raising your vibration. Your hair wash routine, the way you cook your food and present it on the plate, how you sit down and create this setting for yourself to enjoy the food you've just made. It's a form of self-love you're putting into yourself, and are just little ways that you could prioritize your energy by doing this. For me, when I go to the gym, I absolutely have to hit the sauna, because the sauna is my time to talk to God. I actually sit in there and meditate. I pray. It's a routine that I do to pour love and energy back into myself. It's something that I do for my feminine energy. For the ladies watching this, we're in such a masculine world, and a lot of us are operating in our masculine energy. We have to do things to balance out your feminine and masculine, putting that love and energy back into yourself, and it's raising your vibration. To embody the richest version of yourself is prioritizing your mind, because your mind can literally make you rich or keep you poor. $1 Million You knows things that the current version of yourself does not know, because $1 Million You knows that if you want something, you got to go get it. You have to be open enough, with an open heart, with the willpower to read books, to mess around and find out. $1 Million You is not afraid to take the risk to learn. Podcasts, read books, learn about yourself. Don't be afraid to visit your local library and utilize your resources and spend time educating yourself. And put education to action. You gotta match those thoughts in your head, the plans you have, with energy. When I wrote this entry in here, I knew I wasn't gonna get here overnight or the next year, possibly. But I knew that I had to take the actions. I had to put in the work every single day to get where I am today, to embody this version of myself. I had to do so much inner work, so much healing of my inner child. I've read books. I've watched thousands of podcasts. I've started businesses. I've tested things. I wasn't afraid to put myself on the internet. I was not afraid to choose me, to decide that I'm worthy of being here in this dream apartment, sitting here with you. By the grace of God, here I am. Tip number 4 is to know yourself. To truly be so aware of yourself, this current version of you, you have to really know thyself. To be able to heal, to shift, to do the things you need to do, fix the problems that reside, the traumas that are within you, because we all got them. You got to know yourself well enough to heal those traumas, to release those limiting beliefs, to be able to shift your energy into the richest version of yourself. You got to be so self-aware of your own behavior, to know your weaknesses and know your strengths. It truly takes courage to do that inner work, to sit through the traumas and heal. The old version of you has to die. And when that version tries to creep back, those old thoughts try to creep back in your head, you have to know yourself well enough to stop those thoughts, to remember that you're on this journey with God and that God's got you. You have to have so much faith to be able to catch those programs and limiting beliefs as they try to pull up, because they will. And let me just say, it takes time. That old version of you is always going to try to come and check you. Check that work you've been doing on yourself. I want you to watch this video, because this video is where I really talk about how to do that. Once you start doing all these steps that I've already talked about, you're going to get so connected with your body, because when you're choosing you're worthy, you start to gain confidence, because you're choosing what to focus on, what to consume, and releasing the things that no longer serve you. Stop thinking those thoughts that don't serve you. Naturally, your vibration starts to rise. You start to attract more opportunities, more riches. Your third eye opens. Your intuition raises, because you get so connected to who you truly are, your soul, and your intuition literally heightens. It's like you get to a place where you realize God was waiting for me. And I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but when I started doing inner work, started healing to get to this version I know that I'm meant to be, it's literally like God was just waiting for me to decide I was worthy. He was waiting for me to bet on myself, because I literally started to see signs that were just confirming things for me. Like when an idea comes to mind, or I have a thought in my head, God literally shows me that same day synchronicity that confirms my idea. And you will start to see this happening. When you start to invest in yourself, it's like you unlock this direct communication with source, with God, with infinite intelligence, and ideas just start to flow, because you're pouring so much love into you, and you become who you truly are meant to be, which is the richest version of yourself. I hope all of you really truly understand that you are all meant to be rich. You are meant to experience God's abundance. And this might trigger you, but I don't like the word blessings, because blessings have this energy behind it of they happen once in a while, like the word miracles. You are supposed to live in God's abundance. You are supposed to be living in riches every single day. But the problem is that riches is a state of mind. I'm already rich. When I go outside for a walk, I'm experiencing riches. I can see God in everything. The sunlight coming down, the weather is just perfect for me. The leaves on the plants are green. The people that are walking down the same road as me are smiling and saying hello. It's simple things like that that you open your mind to after you take these steps. Riches is not just this piece of paper. Riches come in all forms. God comes to you in forms of people, different kinds of conversations, and it starts to feel like God's playing with you. You will see things be presented to you that has you think, wow, I missed this exit I was supposed to drive down. It was because God wanted me to see this beautiful sunset. It's crazy, but it's really like that. The last tip is to utilize the tools that God gave you. Perspective is free. You get to choose what perspective you want to have on any situation in life. Choose the perspective that best serves you. Gratitude is free. Gratitude is a tool. Perspective is a tool to align you with the state of being you need to be, to then attract the experiences you want to have. Your brain is a tool. Following these steps, watching my content, you are reprogramming your mind for riches during this process. I'm sitting here today because I changed my habits. Changing my thoughts made me rich. Choosing me made me rich. I attracted this life, my dream life, because I learned the art of embodiment. Everything I pay attention to, everything I consume, everything I decide to do is embodiment. The clothes I wear affects my energy and frequency. Watch this video, because remember how I told you I was in that car? I was blocking my dream life without knowing it. And in this game of chasing riches, you'll start to see that this piece of paper, money, is an illusion. The way that you see this and the way a rich person sees this are two complete different perspectives. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry, we're losing light, but it's still beautiful outside. Look at the sun. It's Saturday night. Rich Karina is about to go cook a delicious meal. Cook some steak that I've been marinating with some potatoes and vegetables. She is also going to take a delicious everything shower and fuel her feminine energy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, I gotta go.